All right. Made it in time. Barely made it in time. Yeah, man, I literally just woke up from a nap like 15 minutes ago. Well, that's the price you pay when you work third shift. Your sleeping schedule's all screwed up. You know how it goes if any of you's out there work third shift or have worked third shift. I mean, luckily I'm off tonight. But I go back in tomorrow night, then I'm off Wednesday night, so I got one of them stupid split schedules this week. Anyways, welcome to a Monday night metal live stream here on Metalben's Chronicles. Where metal lives. Anyway, I think what I want to discuss is the situation with Dave Mustaine and Megadeth and Dave Ellefson. Now, I've been pretty much trying to avoid really talking about this, but this one really irritated me. As you all know, or most of you know, Megadeth is making a new album. Apparently, the album's finished, if I'm understanding correctly. And Dave Ellefson had finished bass lines for the album. Well, since the Dave Ellefson thing happened, unfortunately, Dave Mustaine has decided to erase Dave Ellefson's bass parts and have another bass player come in and play the bass lines. Who that's going to be, I have no clue. I absolutely disagree with it. You could have at least let Dave have one final moment here with Megadeth. It's just a shitty situation, the politics in the music industry. Yes, I will let you in here in a moment. But that's what it is. It's all politics when it comes to this Dave Mustaine, Dave Ellefson thing. Obviously, in the day and age of political correctness, which this trend needs to die. That's what it is, too. That is exactly what political correctness is. It's a trend. Because the mainstream media provoked it. And of course, people being sheeple have to do what the mainstream media tells them. Unfortunately, I'm talking about the people that have no common sense, who can't have a conversation, the people that just follow every trend known to man. Those people, the people that don't think for themselves, the people that don't go outside the box. You know what I'm talking about here. But yeah, that's what it is, man. It's just pure politics when it comes to this Dave Mustaine, Dave Ellefson thing. And the thing is, it's very similar to what Ozzy Osbourne. Well, I'm not even going to blame Ozzy because we all know Sharon Osbourne runs everything behind the scenes, when it pertains to Ozzy's music. But it's a similar situation, where back in 2000, I think it was 2003, they had done reissues of Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman and took out Bob Daisley and Lee Kerslake's drums and bass parts, which to me wasn't right. I mean, you're basically, erasing history by doing this. Luckily, they put the bass parts back in on the 2011 reissues. But man, so yeah, they had Rob Trujillo, currently in Metallica, come in and do the bass parts on Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, the 2003 reissues, and it was a terrible decision. Hold on a minute. Kids are acting up. I apologize for that. Me and my sister actually lived together, and the kids were being a little loud. So I apologize if that came into the stream. But yeah, kids will be kids. They're kids. Can't get too mad at them, you know. But anyways, yes, I was talking about Dave Mustaine and the Dave Ellefson situation, and how I don't think it's right that Dave Mustaine just erased Dave Ellefson's bass lines. Excuse me, bass lines. I don't think it's right at all. Whatever he did, who cares? It doesn't matter. I mean, my God, he's being treated like he killed somebody, for God's sakes. I mean, it's ridiculous. Either or. And Dave's bass part should still be on this new album, whether he's in the band anymore or not. And I was talking about a similar situation that happened with Ozzy, where, Sharon Osbourne went through and took out the bass lines and the drum lines on Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman and had them re-recorded back in 2003 for those reissues. But anyways, hey, well, welcome to the stream, everybody. We got Xavier here, we got Ryan Arnold here, and we got Metal Douche, Mike here, and Xavier's wanting to come on the stream. I will set. Like I said, I just woke up 15 minutes ago, too, guys. So I'm a little tired yet. But anyways, Xavier wants to come on the stream, so I guess I'll invite Xavier on. If anybody else wants to join, yeah, let me know. Let me send the link here. All right, I'm back. Relearn English. Anyway. Anyways, maybe this will wake me up. We're going to have a Red's Wicked Ale. That's right. Oh, yeah. But yeah, man, like I'm saying, the one thing that really sucks about the music industry is the politics. And it's true, music's a business too, unfortunately. And the business side of music absolutely sucks. I mean, unless you played in a band, you have no clue what it's really like. I've been there. I've been in a band where it was like that, and I absolutely hated it, and that's why I left that band. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm not about politics when it comes to music. That's why I pretty much work by myself. I did a ranking on those about a year ago. How would I rank them now? I'd have to really think about it. I know my top two are still my favorite two. Um, Okay, I'm gonna say this. Ordinary Man is the worst Ozzy album. I don't know why people defend that album. I've talked about this before. I don't like it. I think it's a corporate, manufactured, sellout piece of trash. And it's basically Sharon Osbourne. Bleh, damn it. Let's get the words out right here. It's basically Sharon Osbourne keeping Ozzy Osbourne in the mainstream when it pertains to pop culture, which unfortunately in this day and age, mumble rap and trap rap is popular, and I absolutely despise it. You know, No Rest for the Wicked's a really good album. That one's very high up on my list too. No More Tears would be pretty damn high on my list. Obviously, the first two, Blizzard of Oz and Diary of a Madman, you know. I mean, yeah, that could happen. I'd have to pull it out of the top of my head, my ranking. It probably has changed a little bit since a year ago, you know. The albums in between that is at least. Like, I'm sorry, to me, Ordinary Man is the worst Ozzy album. I cannot believe how many people defend it. It's so bad. I mean, people are entitled to like what they want, yes. I don't like it. I don't want mumble rap and this trendy pop music in my metal, I should say. You know, Down to Earth is pretty underrated. It is a pretty underrated album, you know. I mean, granted, I haven't listened to it in a very long time. And yes, Ozzy is making another album. And I gotta be honest, I'm not excited for it. Because he's working with Andrew Watt again. It's like, oh, Jesus. And you got Zach Wild in the band. Why isn't he playing on the albums? That's a Sharon Osbourne move right there. I'm telling you. Oh, that's a dumb question. Come on. That's got to be a joke question there. Just told you Ordinary Man's my least favorite album. Ultimate Sin fucking blows that album away. I know that's one of them goofy questions. Yeah, easily fucking Ultimate Sin. Unfortunately it is. And it's so freaking bad. We were just talking about this on the other stream I did. Trap rock, trap metal. It's terrible. No, get that crap away from rock and metal. I don't give a shit if I sound old. I don't like the current mainstream music. And yes, I'm an old fucking man. Bah humbug. Well, of course, sludge metal's way fucking better. Way better. Tell you what, man, this freaking red is pretty damn good. I don't drink it very often, but I was in a mood for something different. Pretty damn good stuff here. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, man, not that bad. Red's Wicked Apple. It's 8% by volume. Anyway, anything else going on in metal that we should talk about? Well, the new Fear Factory just came out. Actually, just bought it today. And, well, that's another band that kind of has a history in its own right that deals a lot with the music business side of things, you know, because Dino acquired the name of Fear Factory, and unfortunately, Burton C. Bell is no longer in the band, and this would be his last album with Fear Factory. So, yeah. And you got to remember, too, back in 2002, a same situation happened, too, with Fear Factory, where they broke up for like a year and got back together without Dino, you know. Thoughts on the Moody Blues? Talented band. I got to be in the right mood to listen to it, though. It's a bit too melodic. But yeah, very talented band indeed. But that's something, you got to be in a really mellow mood to listen to the Moody Blues. Yeah, you messaged me about Scrape. I honestly don't really remember much of their music. I've heard the name before, you know, like I remember them, but that's all I can really say. I can't remember a song they did, you know. But back to the new Fear Factory album, I'm probably going to do a proper review on it because it's actually a really good album. I didn't know what to expect going into it, but it's pretty damn good and it's pretty fucking heavy. Yeah. Fact. Aggression Continuum. Right there it is. Brand new Fear Factory. Yeah, this thing's pretty crushing. But I'll get more in detail when I actually review it, you know. Yeah, got a couple other things here today. So, got Creator, Terrible Certainty. Like a digipack thing. It's pretty cool. Kind of like my Pleasures to Kill I just got not too long ago. Yeah, that new Iron Maiden album is supposed to be finished. I mean, apparently it's gonna be a triple album. I'll tell you what, if it's gonna be a triple album, it better be freaking good. Because there's some Iron Maiden albums that have come out um, after Fear of the Dark, even after Brave New World, that have been boring. a bit too melodic. Like, let me explain. Like the X Factor. I like the X Factor, but it's an album I cannot listen to all the time. To me, when it comes to the X Factor, I think the production's very flat. Um, the intro to the songs are way too drawn out, way too long, and there's a couple tracks on that album that don't sound like they're even finished. You know, yeah, that's pretty much my opinions of the X Factor in a nutshell. But that was just a weird period for Maiden because Virtual Eleven's not really much better. I mean, like Future Real's a great track off of Virtual 11. The Clansman's a great track. I feel like I've talked about all this before. Like, but like in the 2000s, I think Dance of Death's a pretty boring album. Matter of Life and Death, I used to really be into it, but man, I the last time I put it on, I was pretty bored with it. And The Final Frontier is god awful. That album literally puts me to sleep. Fortunes of War is good, but it sounds like one of them tracks that wasn't quite finished. Like there's just some parts where Blaze here's my opinion of it, okay? Like there's parts of that song where Blaze is forcing his vocals and the vocals don't match up. It's like Blaze don't really know what to do with a lot of the material on that album. Because to me, I think the album was written for Bruce Dickinson. Like that kind of vocal style, and Steve Harris should have known better that, Blaze Bailey couldn't do that kind of vocal style that Bruce did. So maybe, he should have tried to tune down. Because if you listen to Blaze's solo albums, a lot of them are really good. And they're much heavier. Yeah, I think it would sound better with Bruce. Like I said, when it comes to the X Factor, that was a pretty low period for Iron Maiden. For one, you know, it was the first album they did without Martin Birch producing it. They had Nigel Green come in and mix it, but I think Steve Harris actually produced it. And to me, it is a messy album. Like I said, the production's way too thin on it. The drums are mixed way too loud, you know. And some of the intros are drawn out way too long, you know. That's pretty much my gripe, when it comes to the X Factor. But like I said, it's an album I can only listen to every once in a while. I can't listen to it all the time, you know. And when it comes to Virtual 11, again, another album that's just not very good. It suffers from the famous words chorus retardation. Like, does The Angel and the Gambler really need to be almost 9 minutes long? Absolutely not. It's not a good song to begin with. It's probably the worst Iron Maiden song. But then again, Don't Look to the Eyes of a Stranger is pretty daggone bad, too. I don't know what Steve Harris was thinking at the time, but yeah. Two tracks that are quite bad in the Iron Maiden catalog, you know. kind of weird because I do like Futural. That's a good little fast track. The Clansman I like, probably my favorite off the album. The Educated Fool I kind of like too, but the rest of the album, yeah, like on the track Lightning Strikes, it sounds like Blaze again. Don't really know what he's doing with his vocals. Like he's trying to force himself to sing like Bruce because that's the way it's written, but it's not coming out that way. If you know what I mean. Again, it's just too mellow. It's another one of them albums, that suffers from long intros. Now, it's not like a completely bad album, and plus the album cover is terrible on Dance of Death. Easily the worst Iron Maiden album cover. Now there's some gems on Dance of Death. Passchendaele is an amazing track on that album. That's a great epic Iron Maiden track in my opinion. God, what else is on that album? Journeyman. I think that's the acoustic number. All right, what's going on, Reen? C. Welcome to the chat. And by the way, man, thanks for purchasing a Hellocaust shirt. So yes, we sold another Hellocaust shirt. Now, if we start selling more of these shirts, I'll start putting pictures up on Facebook on my Metalben Chronicles YouTube channel. Right now, we've only sold 2 of them. And speaking of which, I'm thinking about designing a new Metalben Chronicles t-shirt because I don't think I'm really happy with the shirt that I have on there. You know, it's cool, man. Yeah, I want to get me the sweatshirt too. I'm gonna eventually get everything that I put up on there. But you know what? I gotta pay fucking out of pocket for my own shit. Through Teesprings, which sucks. You know. But it's the easiest way to get T-shirts made at the moment because I can't dish out hundreds of dollars to get T-shirts made on my own yet. I'm not fucking rich. You know. Unfortunately, but yeah. Yes, the track Dance of Death, yes, that's another great epic track off that album. Rainmaker's not a very good track. I don't care for that one much. I'm trying to think what else is on there. No More Lies. No More Lies is actually a pretty good track. Like I think Dance, like don't get me wrong, Dance of Death definitely has its moments. You know, it's definitely better than Virtual 11. Because, well, actually, I take that back. The Final Frontier is actually my least favorite Iron Maiden album. I just cannot get into that album at all. I think the only track on that album I actually like is The Alchemist, and even that track sounds pretty damn weak for being a faster Iron Maiden track. Like, here's the thing with that album. I think on Dance of Death, or Dance of Death, The Final Frontier, excuse me, there. On The Final Frontier, I think Bruce's voice sounds very shot on that album. Bruce definitely isn't putting out his best vocal performance on The Final Frontier. And the band just sounds freaking old and tired on that album. Speed of Light's a pretty cool track. I like the video. The video for Speed of Light is freaking cool. How it's set up like a video game setting. That's really, really cool. I like that. And I actually do like the Book of Souls. I think the Book of Souls was a great comeback and a return to form for Iron Maiden. And then, to an extent, definitely a return to form when it comes to Iron Maiden. Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. I'm not the biggest fan of that track either. Excellent title track. Very epic. I gotta buy it again on CD. I did have it on CD, but I actually sold it to somebody quite a while ago. So I do gotta get Book of Souls again. But device not connected. We got Xavier in the house here.
What's up?
See. What's going on, man? You there, Xavier? Don't hear him. Did I accidentally? Hey, he's going. He must be having bad connection. He was here. It's probably his connection, if I were to guess. Oh yeah, man. I did find it on vinyl. It's pretty pricey. It's a really nice looking vinyl, though. Hmm. Anything else going on when it pertains to metal? Well, the new Halloween album came out, but I can't really talk about it yet because I haven't heard it yet because I haven't bought it yet. What the hell? I got booted too. That's pretty weird. All right, Xavier's here now. What's up? What's going on, man?
Not much.
Yep. Saw you guys played a show.
We did play a show. We played a show in
Yep. So how'd it go, man?
fucking killer, even though the crowd sucked dick.
Not a lot of people there, or just a bad crowd in general.
It was like there wasn't much people there. I was like telling people to come up to the stage, and obviously they didn't understand.
Yep.
I told them, like, I know how you guys are. You don't want the opening act fucking.
Yeah. That's what sucked about being an opening act. Like
we were the second act. The first act.
You were the second act. Okay.
Yeah, the first act they were decent, but they weren't like as good.
I see.
Like these people were not doing like their show was like okay,
Mm-hmm.
and they were kind of like us, but not really. Hey, Mike. They were kind of boring, to be honest.
Yeah.
Like I literally like the first act is cool and all, but like if we're talking like OSDM and that stuff, I wasn't too crazy about. They were cool and whatnot, but like,
That's pretty cool, man. I mean,
that stuff.
yeah, it's what kind of sucks about in the beginning. It's usually the crowd,
I'm like, I told you, come up to the front because I want to see people mosh.
Yeah. But I mean, we kind of went through it 2 years ago when we played with Spinebelt here. We were the opening band. I mean, we had an okay reaction, I guess, but they were obviously there to see the bigger band Spinebelt. You know.
Well, I was surprised because the band I was playing, I wasn't too crazy about,
Yep.
and
But
they were cool. I guess that's just East Coast metal scene in general.
yeah, I mean, it would be better. It would be nicer if we had a bigger metal scene around here, up here in the East Coast. You know.
Yeah, it's cool we have like a few legendary bands, but
That's
like
true. Yeah.
it's like Brazil in the sense it's just like one legendary band and then 100 of other fucking bands that people forgot about.
Right.
It's just
That's
like,
usually how it is. I
it's like
mean,
it's like in Brazil they have Sepultura, and then everybody forgets the rest. They forget Sarcophago. They get fucking
yep, Crisium.
Crisium. They forget fucking uh, what's that band called again?
Let's see. There's Overdose. Um.
Fucking
Man.
Atomica.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yep.
Atomica. Like
I mean, here in the East Coast, I mean, we definitely have some good bands. Obviously, we got
obviously,
Overkill, um, Mortician. Um, God damn, who else? We talk about this all. We've talked about this before,
we've talked about this billions of fucking times.
right?
We have
It's like
like
now that I'm live on YouTube, my brain's freezing.
there's so many there's so many times I could talk about it.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, Overkill. Fucking yeah. Mortician, Incantation.
MOD,
Yep.
SOD,
Yep. Yep. SOD, MOD, Immolation.
Immolation, us,
Yep.
fucking
Sadistic Oppressor.
yeah, Revenant, Ripping Corpse. We have so many.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we definitely have decent bands around here throughout the years.
Dude, and then there's like, and I think Nunslaughter's from, yeah, they're from here.
Yeah, I thought they were from around like either PA or New York or New
Yeah,
Jersey or somewhere around here.
they're from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh, huh?
Then they moved to Cleveland.
Nice. Then then of course you got bands like Twisted Sister Riot,
I never liked them.
legendary bands, but
I never liked Twisted Sister.
um. So yeah, I mean, we definitely have bands that have led a legacy here in the East Coast
Yeah, exactly.
or whatnot.
Suffocation. There's Overkill. There's a list. You could fucking go on forever and ever. Like, ever not like have you ever seen like good to see Statistic Press perform? Yeah, we did perform live. Um, Kiss. I'm gonna be honest. I fucking hate. I never liked them to begin with. So if that answers your question.
The PA metal scene is lacking. I actually agree with that.
Yes,
We don't have band. We've never really had a great metal scene here in Pennsylvania.
you had a few good
Like,
bands I liked.
yeah,
Rod of
I mean,
War.
we got. I mean, nothing that ever really took off and became huge. Well, I don't even want to mention that band, Poison.
I thought they were from fucking. I thought they were from goddamn Ohio or some shit.
Well, they're originally from Lancaster, PA, Then they moved out to California or
Ew.
whatnot, become big. Yeah, but
Ew, that makes sense.
let's see.
I
Here in PA, we have. Oh man,
deteriorate, rotivore, and well,
like we got.
agoraphobia.
Yeah, let's see. We got Icarus Witch, which is a traditional heavy metal band. It's kind of like Merciful Fate. I mean, they never made it like huge, but
They
they
never
kind
made
of
it easier.
made it
Yeah,
this far. Yeah. Um, then we have bands that have just been playing for years and just never really made it to a record label for the most part, or as far as like getting signed to a record label. Like we got a thrash band in my area called Fatal Aggression that's been around for over 30 years, and all their albums are self-released. Um, let's see, Spine Belt almost became almost. I think Spine Belt almost got signed.
I think is autopsy from the east. I don't think they are. I'm not sure. Anybody can answer that in the comments. I'm
I
not
don't
sure.
know what's going on here. I got booted again.
Is autopsy from the east? I don't think it is. Right?
Right. As far as newer metal bands, man, I I can't get into newer death metal for the most part.
Skeleton means that like there's some bands I know that I fuck with. There's just
I'm
one.
just reading the comments here. Didn't get to make it, unfortunately. New Slurly. Wait, what the fuck's that say? Slurry almost dust. What the fuck? Uh oh.
A new
Okay,
band. Dude, that's not gonna. Let me look this up.
that's definitely made up. What the?
Oh, I know who that is now. They played at Dingbats. I didn't like them.
Oh yeah.
I don't like them. You guys don't know what Dingbats is? It's pretty much if you ever heard the venue Tom G. Wilkers or GBH, it's literally like that. I meant
That name
CBG.
sounds. That name sounds familiar.
Tom G. Wilkers.
Yeah, I have heard of that before. Never been there, but I've heard of it.
That's an old venue that used to be around. That used to be so Suffocation's first few shows and Incantation, Gorephobia, and I think Ripping Corpse played there.
Nice.
A lot of,
That's cool.
a lot of the East Coast stuff I like. They play there. Even
Oh
when
man, what's my favorite guitar I own? Yeah, my favorite guitar. Man, I got to get this guitar fixed. It's probably my Washburn Dimebag Darrell Flying V guitar. Yeah, it's a camo guitar, but man, it needs a lot of work done to it. I've had the guitar for years. You know, I used to use the guitar years ago in the early days of Hellocaust when I was living back in Somerset and when we would have band practices back then. Back when I had kind of a lineup for Hellocaust.
I have another guitar. I probably should get fixed up a little bit more. My fucking other Jackson I had at one point.
Yep.
I sold it recently.
I used to have a Flying V Jackson. Heck yeah, man. I want to get another one. I want to get a Razorback, actually. I'd love
There's
to get a fucking Razorback.
there's so many of them I really want to fucking get. I want to get a fucking Ironbird.
Them are nice guitars, yes.
Those are nice guitars. I've always wanted that.
Yep.
What's a one that Schecter has that looks really nice? I forgot his name. I forgot what it was. But it was like one of the members of Skeletor Remains uses it.
Sectors. I'm not like overly familiar with sectors.
I like their shit.
I honestly don't really know.
I like Schecters.
I'd have to play a sector one time.
I played a few Schecters.
Have you?
Yeah, I like.
I mean, I've seen them, but I mean, I've seen them before, but I'm not like overly familiar with them.
Dean, I was never really crazy about
What's that?
Dean guitars.
Yeah, they're hit and miss.
To be
I
honest, I
mean,
played one. I'm like, I'm not feeling it.
I like their V guitars. I like Flying V's by Dean's. I mean, they play pretty smooth. That's really all I like, you know?
What I liked about it is because it's like you could play really good solos off of it, and then it just like
Oh, nice.
you can play good solos off of it, but it's like after a while, it's like, eh.
Right. So Dustin says, I have a couple sectors. Keith Marrow, I'm reading that right. Yeah, Keith Marrow signature 6 and 7 strings. Oh, that's cool.
I think I've seen that before. I might be wrong. It looks like kind of like a flat. It looks kind of like a BC Rich.
Oh, okay.
It looks like one. I could probably just share my screen and get it.
I think I know what guitar you're talking about. Yeah. I might have to try to play a sector sometime. I mean, I got a BC Rich 7 string. It's like a Warlock. I mean, I've stowed the guitar before, but
Where was it? It was around here somewhere.
Gibson Epiphone SGs. It's kind of weird. I can never get comfortable playing a Gibson.
I've tried playing it. It's like the frets are too fucking. It's like it's weird for me because everything is. Oh, it's a Jeff Loomis.
Yeah,
That's a one.
like I like the way some of the Gibsons look, but yeah, I don't know. Like for me, I can never get comfortable playing a Les Paul. Even an Epiphone. I've tried playing the Epiphone once too, and I don't know. It's something about the fretboard that.
Holy shit, money.
You know.
I'm looking at it right now for how much it cost.
Yeah.
I'm looking about it and how much it fucking costs. Looks like a lot of fucking money.
Pretty high in the thousands, I'm guessing.
I have it right here. I'm screen sharing it.
All right.
I don't know if you guys are able to see it.
Oh, okay.
That one.
That's a sweet guitar, man.
I've always wanted it too because they have the 7-string version, and I liked it more. It was like what, like $1,000? Yeah,
oh, yeah.
$1,500.
$1,500 for that thing. That's a fucking nice guitar, though.
It is a nice guitar, but you have to admit it's pretty fucking expensive.
Oh yeah, it's definitely pricey. I mean. Yeah, and that's what I think too. Like to me, Gibsons are not really a metal guitar. I mean, yeah, there's metal bands to play them, obviously. Yeah. I don't know, but for me, I just don't think they have a great tone when it comes to metal. And like I said, the fretboard to me feels weird on a Gibson.
The Gibson, okay.
I mean, on a Les Paul, that is.
Like, I'm gonna be honest, but with like Les Paul, like the fretboard feels way too small for me.
Yeah, I pretty much agree.
So the fretboard feels way too. It's like if you want a good beginner to start off with guitars, I would say like give him a Jackson.
Yeah, definitely.
Either that or like a Schecter or something. It's like it's
Now
like
the
that.
Gibson,
At least that has like a good fretboard, so someone can
yep,
use it and won't be like, oh,
right.
it's not going to get it.
Yep. Now the Gibson Explorers are pretty sweet. I do like the Explorers.
Yeah, for
It's pretty
sure.
much all I really care for when it comes to Gibson. Um,
That's another guitar I really like. The fucking what is it called? They had one that was a Jackson Warrior that was a 7 string. That was just like I really fucking liked.
yeah, man, I'll let you in here in a minute, dude. Oh, Gibson Les Pauls. I don't think they're a good metal guitar. That's
Gibson.
what we were talking about. They're Reen. Wow. Rock and roll. I don't know. StreamYard's acting pretty weird tonight.
I purposely did that. My bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, you. I was gonna say, man. I'm like, you got to be fucking around here.
It's like
It's all cool though.
there's no way people it could function that badly.
Oh, nice. Yeah, them Jackson Warriors are pretty nice guitars. I mean, I would love to play one. Gonna have to get up to Guitar Center someday. If we still have a Guitar Center, I've been hearing some Guitar Centers have been closing down. Yeah, I think we still have our Guitar Center. I haven't been up to excuse me, I haven't been up to Colonial Park in a while. Fenders, yeah, Fenders. You can get a decent tone out of Fenders, but I think they're good for playing leads. I guess for me, Fenders don't really look like a metal guitar. I know
I'm
that sounds pretty silly, but
not gonna lie, but Fender, in a sense, is not really meant for metal.
it wasn't. No,
It's
like to
like
me, it's more meant for like Hendrix or something like that. You know?
it's more likely meant for like fucking Ingve. Even though I think he's one of those guitar players that's way too cocky.
Right. I do agree with that. Ingwe Malmsteen is a very cocky guitar player.
Too cocky for what he is. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
he only plays leads and literally no riffs. It's only just
I,
leads.
I was gonna say Ingwe Malmsteen's not a very good rhythm guitar player.
He's only known
I
for
mean,
solo.
and if you listen to his rhythm guitar tone, it's not that great. It's very,
It was.
I don't know how to describe it. It's very flat sounding. Like, I'm definitely not into Ingwe's tone when it comes to his rhythm work. And that's, like you said, that's pretty much what Ingwe Malmsteen is. It's just mainly leads.
Yeah, it's like this
And,
is what he's known
and
for.
at this point, and to me at this point, Ingwe Malmsteen just plays the same leads over and over.
Sweep pick, sweep pick, sweep pick. Then go
Yep,
back to
yep.
rhythm. Sweep pick for more hours and go back to rhythm. There you go. That is Ingve Malmsteen in a nutshell. You don't need a
I mean,
fucking. You don't need. It's not that hard to figure out.
yeah. Yeah, don't get me wrong. When I was a lot younger and I first heard him, I was blown away. I couldn't believe that somebody could play leads that fast. But as I grew and got and eventually heard every album he did, I'm like, he's basically just playing the same shit over and over.
That's
But
that's in a nutshell. You never will see him play something different.
yeah. Anyways, I was trying. Yeah, man, that's very true. Yeah, the guitar centers are like ghost towns anymore. Like,
Exactly.
man, I remember when Guitar Center used to hop. You know, like I'd go
Yes.
in there and there would always be people in there playing guitars, drums, whatnot.
Yeah, most of them would be terrible at it.
Yep.
It's like ever met that one like there's this one time our drummer and us were just going to go to Guitar Center and hang out, and there was this kid that was hogging the fucking drums. He pretty much tried to he pretty much tried to distract them, and then he went off to go play some other shit.
Stingray bass guitars. I don't know what to say about that because I don't play bass. So I'm not like an expert on bass guitars at all.
The bass guitar our one is a fucking Rickenbacker.
I was gonna say yeah, Rickenbacker would be my favorite bass guitar.
It's like if you ask me what my favorite bass guitar is, that's a Rickenbacker. Like
Oh
there's
yeah,
no two doubts in my
easily.
mind.
Yeah, Rickenbackers are just freaking nice.
They always look nice. They always don't even look like it's a guitar. It's a bass that doesn't look like a fucking bass is fucking is the iron. Well, I actually do like the Iron Bird.
Yeah,
The bass Iron Birds I'm not too crazy about.
right. Trying to think here. Yeah, as far as bass guitars, Rickenbacker definitely. And plus, I honestly think they have the best sound. You know,
I think they do have the best sound.
I've heard of those amps, but I've never played one of them amps.
What
I mean,
amp?
right now, currently, I've been playing out of PVs. I got an Ibanez amp. I got an Ibanez practice amp too here. I mean, but I got two big PVs. You know, which those I haven't played because they're definitely too loud to play in the apartment here.
I put my amp in the apartment. Nobody gives me shit.
Like, man, turn that shit up to one that's already rocking the place.
It's like they always pretend like they can play loud music. I'm like, listen, I have an amp
Right.
that I could probably shake your fucking house down.
Oh, easily, man.
It's like don't screw me.
Oh yeah, I'll let you in the stream here, man. Gonna have to try a Kemper amp.
There's so many amps I really want to fucking use.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to try one, especially if they got a really, really heavy, crunchy sound.
There's so many I want to use. I want to use the fucking the the Black Star ones.
Yep.
Black Star ones I like.
I know back in the day I used to like Randalls.
I still have a Randall. The one I use is pretty good though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I use the RX 120.
Oh nice.
That amp is good. There's
Yeah,
nothing weak about it.
Randalls. Oh I used to like Mesa Boogies years ago. I just think their stuff's shit now. I don't think Mesa Boogie's as good as it used to be.
Honestly, I agree with you.
Like on a lot of those old thrash albums, they used Mesa Boogies and they got a really nice, crunchy, heavy sound out of them. And I don't know, I just think their quality went down the hill, or went downhill, you know.
It always did.
'Cause I mean, the last time I played a Mesa Boogie, I wasn't really impressed with it.
That's a sad
What's
part
the,
about it too. It's like always they make these like shit heads and shit cabinets.
right, right.
Like
Oh,
I
yeah, yeah, that's what it was. It was a Mesa Boogie. Yeah, it was a Mesa Boogie head I played. I didn't care for it.
yeah, I would be the same way too. To be honest, Mesa Boogie is one of those things. Like I played it, and I'm like, this is disappointing.
Also, Gibson bought him out. Huh, interesting.
I don't know how people like think it's like, oh, it's so fucking killer. I'm like, dude, this sucks.
I'll tell you what amp I don't like, and I'm going to probably get a lot of heat for this.
Marshall,
I don't care for Marshalls much.
I knew you were about to say it. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it.
I just think they're the most overrated amp.
I don't like to be honest.
Now,
I
don't
feel
get
the same way.
Now, don't get me wrong. The older Marshall, or yeah, the older Marshalls, like from back in the '70s and '80s, they were good. But nowadays, for at least the last 10 to 15 years, I don't think they've been that great.
The same with Jackson. To be honest, they've been putting out shit guitars.
Yep, even Flick agrees. Yep, I agree, man. Marshall is garbage. I just don't like the tone of them.
It's so funny is because they were known for being like the fucking hot spot for tones for the
Oh
'80s
yeah,
and
because
'90s.
yeah, I mean Slash, obviously made Marshall pretty much a household name, you know, because
Yeah,
that's what he played. Marshalls and Gibson Les Pauls, you know. Metal Douche Mike, if you're here, man, I'll let you in here in a minute, bro. So, oh yeah, the 5150s. Yes, they have a pretty brutal sound.
the amp I actually used. But funny enough, like the amp I used was a fucking for the recording of
I
the
think
live
mine.
show. Funny
I
enough,
think mine is good.
mine's good
I think
too.
mine is. I think mine is actually a 5150. My two PV cabinets here. Yeah, I believe they are 5150s. They're fucking heavy as fuck, man. Yep. All right, man. I'm gonna shoot Metal Douche Mike a link. Don't think Ryan's in the chat anymore.
I don't think Ryan's up right now. Is he? I haven't talked to him in a while, so I don't know.
Right. Messenger. All right. All right. Set you a link. Like to try to give everybody a chance here to come in and chat if I can. Well, unless you're a troll, then you have absolutely no chance in hell of coming in here.
Exactly.
But anyway, yeah, good conversation so far. I like talking about music equipment and music. So
Yeah.
a little bit different too.
It's
What's
like
going on, Metal Deuce Mike? What's up, man?
what's up, bro?
Did a stream with Ryan today.
Oh yeah, you messaged me earlier, man. About I didn't know
We,
what time you guys were going on.
we did the whole solo Ozzy album reviews.
So you ranked all the Aussie albums.
Yeah, some albums controversial that deserve to get beaten up. Basically,
Right.
the one album that me and Ryan ripped to shreds was Scream.
Yeah, a lot of people hate Scream. That album isn't good either. It really isn't.
Then of course Ryan disagreed for me on the Ordinary Man. I said Ordinary Man sucked.
It's fucking horrible. There ain't no way in hell I'm gonna defend that crap.
Then the album, then Black Rain was like number 9. It didn't even make, because we both agreed that album was just swampy. It just kind of had a.
Well, okay, Black Rain to me sounds more like a very bad Black Label Society album. It's not good.
Oh my
It was
god!
Mike Borden's last album on drums with us. So,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely not a good album.
then me and Ryan talked about if they ever did another Ozfest, a final Ozfest. We fanboyed an idea about what if the last show Ozzy has the Down to Earth lineup come out and
Yeah.
the album line.
Like a final Ozfest, if Ozfest were to come back.
Yeah.
Oh, gee, who would I put on that bill?
You know what we would put on that bill? You know what I would do? I would tell Ozzy, listen, don't listen to Sharon right now because I can prove you a better bill than fucking Sharon. I'll probably choose him.
Yeah. Don't want to see no fucking Post Malone on Ozfest.
You know what? Like, listen. Like I said, listen, take my advice more than Sharon because I know what I'm talking about.
Right, so yeah, just take one of our advice. We can book you a good Ozfest.
It's like if we had bands to tell you who to choose and what to choose, like I said, listen, get Obituary, get Demilek, get fucking Incantation, Immolation, get fucking
Sabbath?
Halloween, or get Sabbath, get somebody that's not like fucking Post Malone. Someone please.
Right, exactly.
Anything.
No
That's
pop
not that.
stars, period. No pop or rap stars, period.
It's
Right,
like,
exactly.
It's like, listen, I will take anything. I'm like I don't know. He probably.
No! Lady Gaga didn't sound terrible with Metallica. I will say that, but no, that just doesn't work.
Of course,
It
it,
Absolutely.
let's be honest.
You could tell James didn't want to do it.
No.
James was pissed during that performance.
I don't want to do like if
I
I
did this.
was.
I stick by the statement: rap and rock and metal should never mix.
I agree.
Never mix.
Nobody gets along on either side. It doesn't work.
No.
There's only one band that could do it right, and that was Biohazard.
Well, I was going to say Limp Bizkit also.
No.
I'm
Fuck
definitely not
no.
a Limp Bizkit.
That
I
was-
only did it for the nookie. The nookie, and you can take that cookie and stick it up your new metal ass.
It's like, let me be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. It always sucked. Like, let's be honest. When have you ever heard a mixture like that going well?
Yeah. It does suck. Metal and rap.
Have you ever heard of a fucking like? It's like, yeah, this rap metal is good. Like, get real. Like, nobody says that.
Right. I agree. It doesn't make sense.
Then you have a thing besides trap metal. Yes, a new genre in Australia
Oh.
and Japan has been kicking off called trap rock and roll, where rock
I
and
think
roll.
I think I talked to.
It's way different from trap metal.
I never heard trap rock. It can't be good.
Instead, they will bring bands that will try and do a 50s style, and then they'll mix it with modern rap. And I'm like,
Oh no!
No, that's
Oh
oh
no! Leave
no.
the fucking classics alone. Come on, I don't want to hear Elvis sounding like trap bebop or whatever.
it doesn't work.
No,
It never has. It never has.
And
Whenever
the funny
No.
thing is, Gene Simmons just made a book recently, like bashing Kiss, but I read it online. And Gene
Yeah.
said record companies don't have the balls to say no to pop music and these other genres that are killing rock and roll and metal.
they don't. That's actually true. They don't have the balls because, well, all the record companies are basically corporations,
Yeah,
and we know how corporations run. Let's
Yeah.
let's
yeah.
let's put out a piece of garbage because we know the dimwit dumbasses who only follow mainstream music will eat it up.
And I mean, granted, Gene Simmons is a dumbass.
I mean, he is pretty much a fucking idiot a lot of times.
Yeah,
He does.
I'm not-
He'll admit it though. That's the one thing I'll respect Gene for. At least he'll admit I'm an asshole. You know.
Yeah.
He comes out and says it. Hey man, I'm an asshole.
Like there's there's shit I don't agree with him on.
Right.
Like the fucking thing about the fucking suicide thing. I was
Yeah.
when I saw that.
That-
I'm like,
Yeah, that's a little too. Yeah, I
like,
didn't agree with that either.
I read that. I'm like, what in the fuck is this? I'm like, for one, it's like you've never experienced in your life. You come from a rich fucking family.
a rich
Yeah.
Jewish family to be exact.
She,
So, I mean,
he went from Lenosis, Queens. Lenosis, Queens is pretty much the rich area in New York.
Hmm.
and
It's like you're
Right.
not from a fucking. Then he lies. Then he lies about the shit. He says like, I'm from a low income
all
town.
the Kiss members lie, except Gene and Ace. I'm not Gene and Ace. Fuck. Ace and Peter doesn't want anything to do with Kiss because
Right.
they know how it works. If they rejoin politics, money, and
Well, fucking
yeah,
What do you expect? Kiss, like, okay. We clearly know now that Kiss is just a fucking corporation.
that's exactly what it is. It's a
It's a
corporation.
fucking corporation. What do you expect to be? Like some fucking like a down to earth band?
Nah,
I mean,
that's
that's
definitely not
whatever-
what Kiss is.
that's what everyone thought in '96.
Kiss has been a corporation since probably the late 70s.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
They're
when they
really
started making all the
good.
merchandising, you know.
I just don't understand why Gene and Paul still to this day bash Ace and Peter for quitting and leaving and just not coming back.
I don't get that crap either.
For me, I don't care, and I'm good.
Right.
I don't care.
I mean,
never liked
granted,
Who cares?
with Peter Chris' solo albums, but they're good. I mean, but then again, you have Ace comes out with Fraley's Comet, which is a very good rockin' album.
Yeah, Ace Frehley has great solo albums.
Yeah.
Gene Simmons are fucking terrible, obviously.
Yeah, I watched Ralph Vieira's videos where he ripped on, I think it was a Gene and Paul Stanley solo album.
I remember that video, yep. That was funny as shit. He's got that clip where he's laying in bed sleeping. It's like, that's so
I think
fucking Ralph, man. It's so classic.
The only good Gene song I like is War Machine.
Yeah, that's a pretty cool Kiss tune. I mean, it's been covered by death metal bands.
I'll give Gene his credit. He's a good bass player. He doesn't get credit for being a bass player.
Who's that, Gene?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he can play bass. I mean, if you go back and listen to Hotter Than Hell, he's
Yeah.
doing some pretty damn good bass lines behind some of that material.
I mean, if you want my opinion about fucking Kiss or Gene, I don't think you guys kind of want to know.
I already know, man. I know you don't like Kiss.
No.
We talked about that before. I already know.
Like,
Doesn't
if
bother
you
me.
were to, like, there's so many, like, there's billions of jokes I've made about Kiss and fucking memes.
Oh, please share. Please share a few, Xavier. Would love to hear.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
dude, if I don't want to say it because it's gonna get the screen.
Yeah, we'll get
all pissy about
get
it.
kicked off YouTube.
Yeah.
Since we know how politically correct YouTube is.
You like if
Yeah.
they heard my views, they would be jumping all over it like no tomorrow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like I have one joke about Gene that he fucking sucks dick for money now.
I mean,
Why do you expect he's rarely home at times? Because he's probably out in the alley doing some shit.
I mean, in one interview, Gene Simmons said he honestly thought when he first met Paul Stanley, he said he thought Paul Stanley was a homosexual.
I mean,
Well, that's a little up in the air there.
okay, nothing against gay people, but look at how they fucking look. Okay, nothing against gay people, but look at how they fucking dress. What do you?
I mean, made them look.
They're not like soaking up women. Like, oh yeah, this is what I'm into. No, they're in that fucking alleyway, fucking bobbing some fucking dude.
That's true, man.
Although I will say, no one can dress up like Ace. Oh wait, they already have someone that does that. He sucks. His name's Tommy Thayer.
Right. I mean, it worked. It made him money, and unfortunately, it turned him into a corporation.
At least when they had Eric Carr on drums, he did not fucking dress up like Peter Criss. He was
Eric Carr was a way better drummer. Yeah. Nothing against Peter Criss, but Eric Carr was miles better on drums.
Then, of course, you had several guitars. Marty St. John. I think he quit because he had something wrong with his hand or something.
Yeah, his freaking hand blew up and he couldn't play guitar no more. At least that's the story I'm understanding.
Then I think the whole Vinnie Vincent. I don't know what really happened with Vinnie, man. I don't know what.
Vinnie Vincent. Yeah, Vinnie Vincent, man. He just like literally lost his freaking mind.
Mm.
Like he disappeared he vanished for all them years, and now all of a sudden he's back.
I was going to say, it looks like a woman now, which is kind of creepy.
Yeah, he is pretty creepy looking. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then there's stories of him ripping off fans.
Yeah.
You know, and these are pretty bad stories as far as him ripping off fans goes.
There was also Vinnie Vincent ripping on Ace, apparently, saying that Vinny's a better guitar player. I'm sorry. There's no other guitar player better than Ace, I guess. I will only say.
Oh my god, did you ever listen to a Vinnie Vincent guitar solo? Jesus fuck, man. Just that's all it is. It's just fat. It's just him playing fast the whole time.
Yeah, but
no melodies behind the solo.
No. I'm with Ace's guitar solo, there's at least a little skill and class to it, at least.
Well, okay, I'm gonna be honest. Here's the thing. Yngwie and him, you know what the key is with those guys? Play the same 4 notes as fast as you possibly can. It has to be all on the same string.
Speaking of Vinnie Vincent, when he made his comeback, it must have been, 2 years, maybe 3 years ago now?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's videos of him playing on stage. I can't remember exactly who he was playing with, but he did not play one guitar solo. He just played chords. Which makes me think he can't play guitar solos anymore because with him being gone for so long, he probably didn't pick up a guitar in all those years.
I'm guessing he probably pulled a Luke Skywalker and disappeared somewhere. And just said, yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna
just be like, later, guys.
Later, guys. I'm going to Vegas.
We use StreamYard Flick.
It's pretty cool. It's a pretty good
Like I
platform to
can
use.
actually send you the link through Facebook, and you should be able to join that way if you want to come in.
They're just thinking of other guitarists around that time that could play fast but were just shit. You know, like
Um, well, not really a well-known guitar player, but he's definitely a Ingwe Malmsteen clone. The guitar player's name is Joey Stump.
never
He's
heard
another
of
one of
I
them.
think I know him.
Yeah, Joe Stump. He's another one of them guitar players that's a he's basically an Ingwe Malmsteen clone. He's another one of them that plays sweeping arpeggios, and that's pretty much it.
one of my buddies keep telling me, "Hey man, you got to check out Dragon Force." I keep checking them out, like, oh, they're just playing really fast. I
Yeah,
don't.
Dragon Force, man, oh my god, they're too over the top.
No, yeah.
Okay, and this is why I fucking love death metal, and this is because as a guitar player, in my opinion, it just well-rounded with everything.
Right.
Solos, riffs, fucking complex riffs that just
I mean,
make your hand numb.
hey Xavier,
Okay.
was Slipknot the originator of scream metal, or did they kind of make it big for everyone else?
Nah,
Oh,
here's the thing. There was bands before that were doing it. Like there is hints of it.
all right.
It wasn't really. It was only established until like '94 or '93.
Because I know one of the early thrash bands was a band called Venom.
That is one of the early thrash bands.
Pretty much, yeah, one of the first true extreme metal bands when you really think about it.
Yeah, I would say the first true extreme metal band was like, if we're talking extremity, I would say Possessed.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, where would you put
Possessed.
Korn? I mean, if we're talking 90s, where would Korn be in the 90s?
Well, Korn is like fucking. That's
All
like
right,
the
man,
symbol.
Sent you a link, Flick, if you want to join, man.
I'm not sure. I think that was either '94 or '93.
Because I
I'll
only
be
have
back,
one
guys.
Korn album. I have like
Take a
one
rest
Korn album.
break here.
I think the album's called Issues. I forget what year that album came out, but that's the only album I like from Korn is Issues.
I only knew the self-titled because I grew up with that more likely than I
Yeah.
knew. When I knew the one I was even a huge Korn fan.
To me,
Korn for the self-titled. The girl fucking on the cover. That's in the fucking place.
I always felt Korn was like a copycat of Faith No More.
I always thought it was like okay, because obviously in the '90s, everybody was running, and their mother running to start fucking Pantera. Like everybody was trying to be like fucking Vinnie Paul and fucking Dimebag. All these thrash bands that are like heavy, even the death metal bands that are doing it too. And honestly, I thought it was kind of lame.
Because I think I showed Ben this band. It was a band in the 80s called Svartanat, something like that. They're like a mid 80s 70s metal band.
I think I may have heard of them.
Yeah, the band's called Svartanat. They're pretty cool.
Oh yeah, you were talking about Spartak before. I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah, they're like a mid 70s 80s real early, like I wouldn't say thrash, but they have a bit of it.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna invite my friend Flick here
Ooh.
to the stream. Welcome to the stream, man.
Hello.
What's up, everybody?
What's up?
Hello.
What's going on? Long time no see, man.
Yeah, it's been too long, man.
God damn, yeah, it's been quite a long time.
Yeah.
So what's up, man?
Concerts are becoming a thing again. That's good news.
Thank God.
You should have been
Thank
to
God
my
for that, man.
We played a
That's
show
good.
yesterday. We played a show yesterday where they were pretty sick.
Yeah. Dude, that Hellfest lineup looks ridiculous.
I'm going to the Daytona concert.
Looks, yeah.
I'm going to that Daytona thing. I think Metallica's the big headliner for that.
Fuck yeah.
That should be good.
Yeah.
Still have yet to see Metallica. I've never seen Metallica.
Yeah.
Good.
I've never seen Metallica live either. I have live albums, but I've never seen them live.
Yeah.
They'll play for 3 hours.
Yeah.
They're
I'm
usually
gonna
around the 2.5 hours.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm glad I
Right.
never saw them.
I'm wondering how long Maiden's new album's gonna be, because I'm hearing rumors it's supposedly done and released, and Steve Harris and the band is just waiting for the perfect time to
I'm
release
gonna be
the album.
honest. I'm gonna be honest. The next Metallica album is gonna be like the day that Motorhead releases another record, which obviously is never.
You don't be surprised.
Yeah.
What if the
I know
next
you're not much of a Metallica fan.
What if the next album's the second Saint Anger album? They just say, "Here, motherfuckers, here's Saint Anger too."
It's like
The first.
I think the only person I ever knew that actually liked Saint Anger was a friend of ours, Pat Mead.
Yeah.
You know who I'm talking about, Pat. He likes anything Metallica does.
Yeah.
They put out an album.
I still put Saint Anger higher over the Load albums. I just can't stand the both
What
Load
do you-
albums.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. It's like I don't understand why Metallica fucking went off to go make a fucking even shittier record after the Black record.
I mean, they kind of wanted to follow what they did with the Black album, if you think about it, how well the Black album sold, and like kind of like after the Black album, they kind of wanted to go for a more mellow sound, but still keep it thrashy. It just didn't work.
I'm gonna be honest. The Black album, I didn't like it at all.
Mm.
The first four, you could not fuck with that.
No,
Oh, yeah, it was obviously a classic.
I like the Black album. I don't.
Injustice
To
is my
say-
all-time favorite. The
Yeah.
whole Injustice album.
It
I don't-
grew
I
on me.
don't-
I mean, Black Album's decent.
To be honest, my favorite is either Ride the Lightning or Injustice.
Yeah.
Not
Lightning.
ju-
That's my favorite.
see, some people hate Justice because they think the Jason Newsted's based on Justice is fucked up. I don't know. I think that album's perfect. It's kind
It's
of a
kind of
perfect,
weird, man.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird, man. Lately, like Ride the Lightning's always been my favorite, but for some reason, Kill 'Em All's been becoming my favorite.
Kill 'Em
I
All is
know.
my favorite record.
Didn't they make an album before that with Mustaine that had
Yeah,
unreleased songs? What
It was an unofficial record. The artwork is ripped off from Demolition Hammer's Epidemic of Violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the
They should
same
make
artwork but with Metallica instead.
Right. I don't know. Death Magnetic has its moment. What do you think of Death Magnetic? Like,
They tried to get back to what they were doing
Mhm.
earlier
Right.
in the career of that album.
And you had Hardwired.
And they didn't get there completely, but they got there far enough for where they are in their career and their age, and being able to kind of take a step back and give older fans what they've been asking for a really long time.
Mhm.
right.
Yeah, everybody's been asking for that. And even when Hardwired came out, I remember the hype behind that record.
Oh, Metallica's always going to have hype.
I remember the hype
Oh
behind that
yeah,
record.
exactly.
I
They're
remember
the
I mean-
Beatles of metal.
Because it's Metallica.
I mean, shit,
They're the
Garage Inc.
biggest metal band in the world.
I mean, shit, their cover album, Garage Inc. wasn't terrible. It was a decent album by Metallica.
I'm gonna be
Hey,
honest.
dude,
I wish there was more hype for Motorhead than they were Metallica.
Yeah, I can see
People slaughtered me. There's people that slaughtered me for saying that. I'm like, I don't care.
I think it's good to have different opinions.
I mean, if you don't care for
Yeah.
Lemmy, then metal.
It'd be a boring world if we all like the same shit.
Dude,
that's true,
it's
man.
like-
I agree.
It's like, here's the one thing I can't stand about. And I'm not. It's not. No offense to you guys, because I like Metallica too, equally as much. But like, when you have the over fucking zealous fans that make memes that are like remotely not even funny,
Well,
just
also,
about,
people
about
Lars
Metallica.
also because people
Just
say
like-
Lars can't play drums.
Well, in all honesty, I don't think he can.
I mean, before Saint Anger, yes.
Lars is a unique drummer. He's got his own style.
Yeah.
Lars
I
is
think
one
he's
of
Like
the
nobody
Godfather.
sounds like Lars.
like the only people that I will say that sound like Lars is maybe like a 5-year-old that's starting to play out drums. That's good. That's a good one.
5-year-old.
That's-
Oh, geez.
He may act like he's 5 years old, but I think he.
Then again, who's a better vocalist, Bobby
Yeah.
Blitz or Bruce
Right.
Dickinson?
Bobby Blitz.
Mm.
Oh, freaking Overkill's still putting out great albums.
I'm gonna,
Yeah, they have a
okay.
new album coming out this summer, supposedly. They should be releasing
Oh, yeah,
a new
it's
album.
coming out in the summer now.
Yeah,
It's going to be their 20th album.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
Jason Bittner said something on his Twitch stream about the album supposedly
And I believe-
coming out summer, early fall.
Yeah.
Also, the
I
new
believe Bobby-
Flop album.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
No,
Bobby
Bobby-
Blitz just turned 62. And he's still up there doing it, man.
Exactly. He's older than
Still
me.
sounds good, man.
Yeah. It's like John Tyer from Obituary. There's nothing wrong that you can go wrong.
if we're talking iconic metal drummers, you got to have Gene Hoglan in there.
Easily, yeah.
Dark Angel's
Right.
classic. Dark Angel, fucking Death.
You know,
Jeff,
Jason
yeah.
Bittner,
Jeff is like
of course.
one of the best bands ever.
And the other
I love Jeff.
Oh,
Filthy
yeah,
Phil.
man. Definitely. Oh, yeah. I agree,
Phil
man.
Animal Tape.
Oh, I love Motorhead. Filthy Animal
Yeah,
Taylor is a
Phil Animal-
classic.
Yeah, I like Mickey D on drums, but Phil Animal Taylor just fit Motorhead better.
Here's a funny thing. Here's a funny thing you guys might not know about Motorhead. But you know, fucking Mickey D actually got fucking Lemmy's son banned from the Rainbow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Just as you mentioned Rainbow, I think next year we're coming up on the anniversary of the debut Rainbow album, Ronnie.
Yeah. He got banned from Rainbow. I'm like, wow. I don't think you could ever get banned from that place. I never thought you could.
Well,
I mean,
it's
I'm not
Lemmy,
gonna-
man.
I'm not gonna lie, but the statue they have over there is like, eh.
Like
I
the
mean, they have
original. Well,
a statue of Bon Scott.
Like you know, it looks like the one where it looks like it's all. It looks kind of like a fucking bathroom stall. It doesn't even look like a prop. Like, I was kind of upset by it a little bit because I'm like, wow.
Yeah,
Looks
what
like
are you
one.
guys expecting from this new Maiden supposedly triple album coming out? What are you guys expecting? Longer songs,
The new-
shorter songs?
the next Iron Maiden album.
Yeah. Hopefully the songs are
Ew.
shorter. Epic.
I really don't know what to say, to be honest.
Yeah. Hopefully don't have
Because
hopefully don't have the fucking artwork that looks like the crappy fucking.
If they were gonna do it, they could name it Legacy of the Beast because they already had that
Because-
massive tour,
I mean,
the video game.
Legacy
there's
of the Beast.
rumors. There's rumors going around. It's gonna be a triple album. That's a lot of freaking music. It better be good if it's gonna be a triple album.
literally spent a whole hour fucking worth fucking like covers.
So you listen to the whole album. The whole album sounds like El Dorado.
No.
Oh,
It's oh my gosh, it's just gonna be like the fucking crappy album cover art. What was that one called with a fucking shitty photo edit to?
Oh yeah, Dance of Death, which I call.
Yeah,
Dance of Death.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad one.
Which is
I just call shitty photo editing.
On steroids. Yeah.
Imagine if they start going back to that. That'd be hysterical.
I mean,
Oh, boy.
to be honest, my favorite album of the 2000s, nothing beats Brave New World. I love Book of Souls, but I think Brave New World is just a tad bit.
It was a good comeback for Bruce, you know.
And then of course,
Yeah.
Dance of Death. You can see where they fall off
Yeah.
because. I mean,
I
Passion
mean,
Dale's
to me,
but,
yeah, Passchendaele's the best track off that album.
yeah.
But to me, it's always gonna be about. To me, it's always gonna be about the first 7 Iron Maiden albums.
Yeah.
Up to Seven Sons, you know.
I mean, I was more of a Paul Di'Anno fan, to be honest.
See, them are my favorite Iron Maiden albums. Actually, the first 2 with Paul on it.
Yeah.
I like that more than Bruce.
But then again, Number of the Beast came out. That sort of got everyone loving Maiden. You know.
Like,
Yeah.
I think it's just because Bruce was on it and everybody, oh, if it's Bruce there, then everybody's fucking running towards it.
Wasn't Bruce with another band before he joined Maiden?
Yeah, Samson.
Yep. Simpson. Yep.
Do they have an anticipated release for that?
Yeah.
An anticipated release.
I
The
think
new
it's
Iron Maiden.
I think it's like December or November.
Okay.
I mean, release
Yeah.
of the album, I even heard rumors of like summer of 2022, and then possibly.
See,
a
that's
big
what I've heard too. Like next year,
Yeah.
We're gonna get a lot
Like,
of really good albums.
like they want to put it out when they're able to go out and tour again.
Because
Which okay, I get that.
Because on their YouTube channel, they teased videos and then they deleted them. Where Steve Harris was talking about they just finished a band project, and
Yeah.
with quotations project, and I'm guessing they've been working on this project ever since Book of Souls ended. So
Yeah.
if they've been
Some of these
working,
bands
what
are
year
gonna
did
get sick of waiting.
what year did
2017.
Book of Souls release? Let me
I
look
think
that up. What year did
2017
that
or
out?
20.
2015. I'm
What's
pretty sure it's 2015.
I think it was 16.
Was it 13? I'm not sure.
No, it was 16.
I'm almost positive it was 2015. Let's look.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden Book of Souls.
Release date
2015.
September
I thought
2015. So
so. I remember buying it when it came out.
it's 2021. So this is like 7 years, something like that.
Yeah, about 6 years. Yeah.
And we haven't even got. They've probably kept it hush hush until recently. So
Yep.
I mean,
So, Flick, what'd you think of the new Cannibal Corpse album?
Holy fucking shit! I love Eric Rutan, man. Like
He sounds good, man.
he really fit in with them well, and like
Right.
the clarity in the guitar tone.
for me, I like the first couple Cannibal
Yeah.
Corpse albums. Their
To be-
first 2 albums are really heavy.
If you're talking
Oh, yeah.
like, if we're talking Cannibal Corpse, then not gonna lie, but I think Eric was better at ripping Corpse and more of
I
it.
mean,
But if we're just talking
He's good
old
there.
school, if we're talking out of Cannibal Corpse, what is their best album art or album cover art?
Butchered,
Ew.
butchered.
but you're,
Fucking butchered
that's
verse.
funny,
That's-
man.
I love I love that album beginning to end. Eating back
It's a
to life
great
is
album.
Cool.
That's the first Cannibal Corpse album I ever bought. Well, I bought it on cassette way back when I was still in high school.
Yeah.
Back around 90, must have been 94. It was a long time ago. I showed it to my mom. I'm like, Mom, look what I bought my allowance money. She's like, that's disgusting. I'm like, but they're a good band, Mom. I was fucking 14, 15 at the time.
Have you guys ever listened to a band called Anal Cunt?
Oh,
Yeah.
freaking hate
All of their
cunt.
all of their songs are like 5 seconds long.
Yeah, exactly. What the fuck
Seth
fucking
Bookman.
that guy is a character.
Yeah, he's definitely a character. He definitely had a lot of charisma.
Another
You see where-
good band I grew up in middle school with was a screaming band called Suicide Silence. I don't know if you guys heard that group.
Yeah, I'm not into that band.
Never heard of them.
fucking
Nah,
ew.
never heard of them either.
One, I have something to say.
What's deathcore?
Fucking ew.
It, from what Silence said, they were trying to carry on what Slipknot started. I'm thinking, yeah, it's kind of a shitty excuse.
I am
You're
I'm
you're trying to-
excited that we're getting another Carcass album this year.
Ooh, necroticism and fucking symphonies is great.
That's a
I will
good
say-
freaking album. Heck yeah.
I'd say for Slipknot, no, out of all their albums, nothing compares to their debut album.
I mean, back in 1999, I did buy it because it was something different at the time.
Yeah. Plus,
Like,
when they
okay,
played
it's
live,
different. It's pretty angry and brutal.
I mean,
know.
you could see it playing like big ass, like there's big drums they would play, trash cans and shit. It was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was different.
Like I know when it comes to Slipknot, there's people where you can't say nothing to them.
Look at
You
You
pissed
can't
off.
say nothing bad about Slipknot, or they'll like literally block you from all their social media sites.
Like, granted,
I mean,
yes,
they take it that serious.
yes, Iowa's an okay record, but I still think their first album is where they're just raw. In your feelings.
Yeah, that's another band I pretty much got out of pretty quick.
Yeah.
That Broken Hope.
I mean, I recently discovered Opeth. They're a cool band.
Opeth.
Opeth
Yeah.
has some good albums. Man.
Yep.
Ghost Reverie.
That's a great
Mastodon,
album. Yeah.
Sugar. Yeah.
Yeah, Meshuggah's they're pretty different.
Disturbed.
It's
Yes,
kinda
I
weird.
have to say my
It's
first
kinda weird.
Disturbed album is
It's kind of weird when I first heard Meshuggah. It was back in 90. It was back in 99. I think it's 99 because I got Chaos Fear because I was like real curious about it. I'm listening to it. I'm like, holy fuck, this shit's heavy, and it's
Back in a sec,
different.
guys.
Yeah, they play in a lot of polyrhythmic time signatures there. They do a
Yeah.
little bit.
But back then they didn't call it gent. Or
They have,
gent, yeah.
they are the godfathers of gent. They invented it, and then now they're
Oh,
Yeah.
Ryan
bands
K.
trying to do it.
Ryan C. in chat
Right.
said Carcass.
Yeah, they got some fucking heavy ass shit, man.
Hey Ben, Ryan
Dude,
C. in the chat said the band Carcass.
Oh, Carcass is a great band. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a new album coming out this year. It's going to be so
Yeah.
good.
I
Yeah, I
think
was-
they just dropped a brand new track. I haven't listened to it yet.
Yeah, they did. They dropped it last
Did you listen
Friday.
to it?
Yeah, it's fucking awesome, man. It has a lot
I'm
of
gonna check it out then.
It has a lot of the typical Carcass melodies.
Right.
The huge
Hey,
sounding
Flick,
low-tuned guitar harmonies. Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, hey
Gonna have to
Flick,
check it out, then.
what's your honest thoughts, Flick, on the last Ozzy album?
I honestly, it's been really hard for me to get into an Ozzy album since Blizzard of Oz. Like,
Hmm.
I liked him in Black Sabbath. Now he wasn't even the best singer ever in Black Sabbath, but
Yeah.
his solo stuff is just something that I couldn't get into. I really like Blizzard of Oz. I think that album was fantastic. But this
Oh, it's a
new
masterpiece.
new album, like, it's a fucking joke. I
It is a joke.
can't do it.
I agree. Oh my, it's fucking.
I said this to Ben, and I stand by it. Rap and metal and pop. Well, rap and pop should never mix with metal or rock and roll. It just doesn't work.
I think you can do it, but you better do it really well. And that was not
Right.
that was not a good showing.
Because
I agree with that. I definitely agree.
in countries in Australia, Japan, Australia, and I think Thailand, there's like a new genre called trap rock, where they'll mix 50s rock and roll and modern rap and pop music together. And I'm thinking, no, that sounds even worse than trap metal.
I haven't heard it yet. I don't think I want to hear it.
It's not worth. It's not worth the listen.
It's kind of weird. Like my favorite era of Sabbath, it's Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah.
Same.
I mean, that's controversial because a lot of people are going to pick Ozzy, but nah, I like the Dio albums better.
Yeah, I agree, man.
As a Sabbath fan, as a true Sabbath fan, I'll say I love all eras. And then you have those fans that were pissed off saying, "Oh, if you're Sabbath, you're either Dio or Ozzy." No, technically, you're all eras.
I mean, you got a point.
Yeah, because Ian Gillan only on one album, Born Again.
That's true.
It's a fucking killer album.
That is a good album, actually. Born Again.
Dark. It's definitely darker than the Dio albums.
It's a pretty heavy album too for the time.
Then he had the supposed Tony Iommi solo album with Glenn Hughes. 7-star.
Oh yeah, that was actually supposed to be a Tony Iommi solo album, and the record label made him call it Black Sabbath. Which, yeah, that album, it's okay. It's nothing to write home about.
Then you got Eternal Idol, which is a fantastic album. Tony Martin on vocals, which was originally going to be Glenn Hughes, I think.
Well, I've heard two stories about that. When it comes to the Eternal Idol, they were supposed to have Ray Gillan do the vocals from Badmant. And something happened where he left or something.
Yeah.
Got Xavier back in the stream.
Then he got another fan favorite from the Tony Martin era, Headless Cross. You know,
Ooh, that's a good record.
That is a good record, yeah.
That's right.
Did any of the Tony Martin albums ever get remasters or reissues or?
I think probably. Actually, they did. I think.
I just heard this too not too long ago. When it comes to the Tony Martin Black Sabbath albums, that Tony Iommi wants to remaster them. Yeah. Like he wants to put them in like he wants to put them in digipacks like they did with the other Black Sabbath albums.
That shit sucks. I hate digipacks.
Yeah. Or digipacks, whatever you want to call it.
I hate when I loathe when labels do that. I loathe it. I cannot stand that shit. Get that.
Like I don't mind. Yeah, everybody's getting kicked out tonight. Guess we're all having bad internet connections. Well, welcome back, Mike.
Yeah, me too.
Well, the thing I don't like about digipacks compared to jewel cases, I think depending on what digipack you get, you know those the teeth or whatever you call them that hold the CD together, those tend to break.
See, I would love Tony Iommi to release it on vinyl as a box set or something, or with CDs also. You know.
Well, I know he did that for the first 5 Black Sabbath albums. He put them out, or they put them out in a box set. I want to get those because it's got like a bunch of bonus stuff on it.
I don't know why Tony Iommi was angry with Rhino with the Heaven and Hell Rules. What was it? The last thing? Yeah, apparently Tony Iommi didn't like that or whatever.
I have them both. I mean, I don't know. I think they're okay.
The reason why I have the Sabotage one is because it has the live Ashbury Park 1975.
That's the one I want to. That's the one I want to get. Sabotage is actually my favorite Aussie era Black Sabbath album.
That's the only actual recorded footage in good quality of Megalomania played fully live.
I'd like to check that out.
And supposedly, yeah, I mean, the Tony Martin era is good. I still say Shoot Me in the Head. I still say the best album is Forbidden. Out of the Tony
Ooh,
Martin.
that's definitely a controversial pick there. A lot of people would pick that as the worst Black Sabbath album.
It's not the worst.
Hey, man, if you like it, you like it.
I still say 13 is the worst Sabbath album out of the whole discography.
That's a pretty bold statement to make.
I just don't know why they named it 13. They could have named it something else.
I mean,
yeah, I never understood that title either.
Love Creation named their 13th record 13.
Yeah, Suicidal Tendencies did it too. They put out an album called 13. I think back in 2013, actually.
Yeah. I mean,
there was a couple of bands too.
I still say the most forgotten album. I've showed it before. I'll show it again. And I still call it Black Sabbath, the very last Ronnie album he ever recorded.
Oh, the Heaven and Hell, Devil You Know, yeah. I agree. I think it's pretty underrated. I mean, I listened to it a lot when it came out. Back in 2009. So.
And it's 2021, so Dio's been gone for so long. And to be honest,
man.
To be honest, who knows if there's other unreleased material that Ronnie's saying.
I mean, that's a really good mystery because I know he was planning Magica. He was planning Magica 2 and Magica 3.
There's already one song on YouTube called Electra, which was slated for Magica 2, which you can hear the full song on YouTube.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, that potentially could have been the next, album or whatnot.
Yeah, and I'm thinking because when he was with Heaven and Hell, can you think he talked to Tony and Geezer or whatever and said that he was happy with Heaven and Hell and he was happy with the solo band and he wanted to do more stuff with both bands.
Right. Thanks for joining us, Flick. You can definitely join anytime, man. You can join anytime we go live, man. So thanks a lot, man.
Because I'm thinking, do you really think if Ronnie made Magica 2 and 3, do you think we would have gotten a couple more Heaven and Hell records? Down the road.
I mean, that could have been a possibility. Because I don't think Dio was ready to quit Heaven and Hell.
No.
I mean, he was still on tour with Heaven and Hell when he got sick, And I did hear rumors that they were planning another Heaven and Hell album, after The Devil You Know. So, I mean, he was going to do another Heaven and Hell album. From my understanding. And he still had the Magica 2 thing in the back of, and 3.
There was also rumors of some of the tracks off of The Devil You Know were leftovers or unreleased leftovers from The Humanizer.
I've heard that too. I'm not really sure how true that is, but I have heard that.
Originally, Dehumanizer originally was going to have Cozy Powell on drums.
I did hear that, yeah. Well, originally, too, it's kind of weird. That's a weird circumstance right there because when Dio came back, and this is weird, Tony Martin was still in Black Sabbath. Like, they never told Tony Martin he was fired. So Tony Martin actually thought he was going to do the vocals for Dehumanizer, and he actually did record some demos with Black Sabbath for Dehumanizer.
Yeah. And then I think Ronnie also wanted his drummer, Simon Wright, in the band, too, at the time.
I'll be back in a sec, guys.
Sure.
All right, man. Yeah, I think, too, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of things that went on in that era, you know, when it pertains to Dehumanizer.
It's a shame how early and short that Dehumanizer tour was, if you think about it.
Right.
It wasn't that long of a tour.
Yeah, and what ended that was, at the time, Ozzy was planning a retirement tour or farewell. We know how that worked.
Yeah.
And, well, it was going to be Ozzy, and he wanted Black Sabbath to be the opening act with Dio, and that's what made Dio quit Black Sabbath.
Yeah.
And honestly, looking back on it, I really don't blame him for quitting.
No, I would have quit too.
Yeah, I would have quit too. I'm like, no, we're Black Sabbath. We should be headlining.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you're Ozzy Osbourne.
And technically, you're not in Sabbath anymore at the moment, so...
Right. So, yeah, I heard Sharon Osbourne had a lot to do with that one, too, which doesn't surprise me.
No. Oh, you did hear Wendy Dio almost got into a fight with Sharon around that time period, right before the whole reunion thing.
Yeah, I have heard stories about that, you know. It's definitely a weird period.
Yeah.
And,
Because also in that period, you have Geezer with GZR also, which is weird.
Yeah. Then the original... Yeah. And then the original Black Sabbath got back together in '93 for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, it didn't last at the time.
Then they had Tony Martin come in again.
Yeah, Tony Martin ended up coming back. Dio went out and did Strange Highways, which Dio was fucking pissed on that album.
Yeah, it's a fucking great album.
Oh my god, yeah. To me, Strange Highways is Dehumanizer Part 2. When I look at it.
That album also it's pissed off on Angry Machines too.
Yeah, that's a pissed off album too. Yeah, that's definitely a period where Dio was pissed. Well, because he was getting kind of fucked around, you know. So I could kind of understand it.
One of the reasons he was pissed because he was approached before Cozy Powell died. A year before that, Cozy approached Ronnie about possibly getting Richie Blackmore together and doing a one-off Rising reunion show.
Yeah, I did hear rumors. Yeah, I did hear rumors about that too. You know,
I'm thinking.
Speed King, welcome to the chat, my man.
Ask him if he wants to join.
Actually, he's from another country.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's from I forget. He's from I think Iraq.
Oh, that's cool.
I could be wrong. Yeah, he's from another country. Yeah, that's the thing. Sometimes I get people into streams that come from, you know, different countries. You know?
Yeah, what's up, Speak King?
Like, I get a lot of people from, like, I'll get people from the UK, Canada, you know.
Speaking of bands,
it's pretty cool.
Speaking of bands from Canada, Nickelback. That's one of them, sadly.
Yeah, Nickelback.
Controversial.
I'll tell you what, though. I'd rather listen to Nickelback than trap metal, like I said before. Yeah, I'll listen to Nickelback any freaking day. At least they know how to play their instruments. whether I like their music or not.
I'd rather listen to Rush than any of those combined. I mean, technically,
Yeah,
Jared,
he's from
Chris
Lebanon.
nice. But that's
Yeah,
cool.
not to get confused with where I'm from. I'm also from Lebanon, Pennsylvania.
I'm
He's
from
actually from the country of Lebanon. Yeah, it's in
Canadian bands. Jeez.
the rut. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong.
Like if
But
we're
yeah, he's
talking,
from Lebanon.
if we're talking good mainstream Canadian bands, I mean, not counting Nickelback, let's say Rush, Fozzy. I think that's all I can think of.
Definitely Rush.
Yeah. Fish? No. Wait, was Fish prog?
Oh, gee, I forget. But let's see, Canadian bands. You have April. Oh, excuse me, April Wine, which is another great Canadian band. You got Triumph.
I mean, I was
You
going
know.
to say he's a folk singer, but Gordon Lightfoot.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely good music that has come out of Canada, for sure.
The Tragically Hip, Arcade Fire, The Guess Who. Yeah.
Didn't know they were from Canada.
Bachman Turner Overdrive, never heard of them.
You never heard Bachman Turner Overdrive?
Mm-mm. Theory
They're
of
the
the
ones
Dead.
that sing. They're the ones that sing. Everybody knows this track. They're the
Yeah.
ones that sing that song. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Mm.
You ain't seen nothing yet. Barrel, barrel. Oh baby, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Stampeders, never heard of them. Okay, interesting. 'Cause I just typed it in on Google just to see, and there's a lot of them.
I think Bachman Turner Overdrive sings "Let It Ride" also.
Yeah. For the
think.
five-man electrical band, Men Without Hats. That's an interesting name for a band.
Yeah, that's a weird one.
Red Rider, Martha and the Muffins. Okay, that sounds like a funny name. There's a lot of them. Triumph,
Yep, Triumph's a great band.
Voivod,
Oh yeah, definitely Voivod.
Anvil,
Anvil, yep.
Annihilators
One of the
from
first.
Canada.
Yep, Annihilator. Razor, Sacrifice.
3 Days Grace. 9 Inches of Blood.
What's Up Ye Praise.
Yep.
There's a lot of bands from Canada throughout the years.
Then again, Australia has some very good bands. I mean, AC/DC being they're probably the best band to ever come from Australia, despite
Right on.
Angus Amalgam not really being Australian, being Scottish. But
Yep. They were really Scottish. Yep. But they moved to Australia.
yeah, then you have technically their brother George, which was in another very big band, the Easy Beats.
That's kind of weird, man. That's kind of weird speaking. No, I did not check out the new Agent Still yet. I did see it at our record shop. I was like, should I buy it? Because I've heard other people say it's not good. I think it's one I'm going to have to take a risk on and, just purchase it.
Oh, hey, you should check out Stan's Records sometime. I just made a video on that.
Oh, yeah, I did check out your videos. That's pretty cool that you did that.
They're not open Mondays, but they're like open throughout the week. I'm like, yeah, I'd rather not be open Monday either. That would like be like my day off.
Well, yeah, man, I got to get up to. I am going to get up to Lancaster sometime to check that out here really soon.
The place has been there for 60 years.
60 years old. See, I've heard of the place before. I know I've had people talk to me about the place before, but I've
It's
never
one of
actually been
the-
there.
It's one of the two. I think what the guy said. It's one of the two original record stores that's in Lancaster. So
Nice. I was gonna say on your video that you made, it definitely has that old fashioned look to it, which I really
Yeah.
like.
yeah, you can buy cassette tapes. You can buy 8 tracks there. You can buy
Right.
old-fashioned Matchbox cars. You can buy box
Holy
sets.
great! He sells 8 tracks.
Yes,
I gotta go. I gotta get up there, man. It's rare nowadays. You see 8 tracks.
he
Holy
sells
crap!
8 tracks, old-fashioned restored record players.
In fact, I'm waiting. I'm waiting for a YouTuber to do a video on 8 tracks. I've never seen a video on 8 tracks on YouTube yet. Don't ask me to do it because I don't have no 8 tracks. I have none.
Yeah, I think I also sold briefly VHS concert tapes,
Oh, nice.
like written
I'm gonna
down
have
in
to get up
black
there.
marker.
Right.
Sold shirts. There's like an old and stuff. Old-fashioned Matchbox cars from the 1940s and 50s.
Oh, that's cool, man.
And
Definitely gonna have to get up there and check it out, man. I mean,
I live right near there, so I'm usually there chilling out. Usually a lot.
and thanks to whoever subscribed to the channel.
Was it
we
you?
got a new.
Was
I
it
just
you?
got a new.
Was it you speak?
Nah, he's been. Nah, everybody here's been subbed to the channel.
Yeah.
Somebody subscribed, so thanks to whoever sent a subscription to the channel.
So, what was your very first vinyl record you ever purchased?
The very first one I bought. Well, it's kind of weird because I didn't start buying vinyls till 2015. But okay, now the first vinyls I ever got. Now I did not buy these. The first vinyls I ever got were 3 Kiss vinyls. My friend Scott actually just gave me the vinyls because he had extra copies. This must have been back in 2011, 2012. It's been a while, but he gave me Rock and Roll Over and Alive 2.
Rock
And
and
I
Roll
still
Over
have
is an underrated Kiss album.
That's a good Kiss album. Now,
Is
as
it-
far as first one I bought, I think it was Uriah Heep.
I love Uriah Heep. Such a
I'm
great
trying to
band.
I'm trying to think which Uriah Heep it was. I think it was Uriah Heep Live.
Yeah, my
I'm pretty
first Uriah
sure,
Heep
yeah.
record was Demons of Wizards. That got me into Uriah Heep. That album was just good.
Oh yeah, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah. Granted, not everyone likes Uriah Heep. People kind of jumped the Rush train at that time also, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
it's an acquired taste to me. I've always loved Uriah Heep, and it's King Diamond's favorite band. Well, David Byron's King Diamond's favorite vocalist, the original vocalist of Uriah Heep.
and,
Which I find interesting.
imagine Dimebag doing an Ozzy album. Just
That
imagine
would be interesting. That would be interesting.
I check out a band called I can't pronounce that. We're from Italy.
Ancelotti from Italy, awesome heavy metal band.
Okay.
Ancelotti. Is it Ancelotti? I think so.
Ancelotti,
I'll have to
something like
look
that.
it up. Yeah, Ancelotti. It could be. Yeah, I have to check it out then, dude.
Going
Definitely.
back to like metal bands from the mid to late '90s. I mean, yeah, Faith No More doesn't get much love nowadays.
That's true. I mean, I think Faith No More is pretty underrated. I actually do like Faith No More. I mean, my favorite album is Angel Dust. I really
Great.
like Angel Dust. It's a weird album, but I like it. you know.
They kind of
And of
kicked
course,
off that whole genre.
yeah. I mean, they were kind of all over the map. Like Faith No More is one of them bands that you can't really classify in a musical genre because they're just everywhere. You get the metal, you get a little bit of thrash, you get freaking new wave, hip hop. I mean, you
Yeah,
get
well,
everything with Faith No More.
yeah.
A little bit of punk.
A little song just popped in my head. Have you heard the song She Sells Sanctuary" or something like that?
Sounds familiar. I can't remember who sings it though.
Mm.
But yeah, Faith No More, it's a freaking unique band.
Yeah.
I mean, you even get like some jazzy stuff with Faith No More.
I've been vibing to Porcupine Tree recently. Very interesting group.
See, I got to delve more into their discography. I have heard some Porcupine Tree, and what I've heard, I like. It's different. It's kind of like well, a lot of it has a Pink Floyd influence to
Okay,
it.
it's the song by The Cult.
Oh, okay, I know what. Okay.
Would you consider The Cult punkish?
See, they're a weird one too. I mean, because early on they were more of a goth rock, new wave type band, and then they morphed into kind of like I don't even know what to describe it.
Yeah.
Like hard rock, a little bit of heavy metal, mixed with alternative, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Like I honestly haven't listened to a lot of their albums,
Yeah.
but I
Well,
do know their early. I do know their earlier stuff has more of like a gothic vibe to it. Maybe a little bit like The Cure or Depeche Mode. A little bit.
Oh, hey, I'm sharing you a album I just discovered.
Okay.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna hang up. I'm getting tired. Rock and roll, keep it metal, subscribe, like, share, hit that bell. You guys know it. If you're not metal, if you don't, I'll catch you later, man.
Well, all right, man. Thanks for joining the stream.
Yep.
And yeah. Well, you know what? That's the show for this Monday night. Hope you all enjoyed it. Anyways, the link to Metal Douchebag Mike's YouTube channel is in the description below. So definitely go give him some subscriptions because he definitely needs it. And that's the show for tonight. Thank you all for joining in. We're going to keep doing this. You know why? Because we can. We can, motherfuckers. Anyways, that's it for the show tonight. Keep it metal. Try to figure out how to get out of here now. All right, that's definitely not it. Technical difficulties. Oh no, tell me it's not on here no more. Anyways, my intro's going, so I'll just play, or my outro's going off in StreamYard for some reason. So I'll just replay the intro until I get it fixed. Keep it metal.